On a mystical mountaintop, far, far away, a magical rock sat. It was no ordinary rock. This rock held a secret. A monkey was destined to be born from it, and so he was. Son Wukong, the Monkey King, burst forth. He could fly, he had super strength, and oh boy was he mischievous. Wukong was full of energy and curiosity. He wasn't content to just sit around. He wanted to explore, he wanted to learn, he wanted to have fun. This often got him into trouble. Wukong was very, very clever. He quickly learned the ways of the world, he learned how to trick people, he learned how to fight, but most importantly, he learned how to have a good time. Wukong was a born leader. His fellow monkeys loved him. He was brave, funny, and always up for a challenge. He was the most fun monkey anyone knew. They called him their king. Wukong loved being king, but he also wanted more. He wanted to live forever. He heard stories of magic and immortals. So he set out on a journey. He was going to find the secret to immortality. On his journey, Wukong met many strange and wonderful creatures. He fought demons and made friends with dragons. He even learned magic tricks from a wise old hermit. One day, Wukong found himself in a beautiful garden. The garden belonged to the Jade Emperor, the ruler of heaven. Wukong being Wukong, he couldn't resist sneaking in. He ate all the peaches. The Jade Emperor was furious. He sent his best warriors to capture Wukong, but Wukong was too clever. He defeated them all. Finally, the Jade Emperor had no choice. He had to invite Wukong to heaven. Wukong thought going to heaven was a great idea. He was sure he could trick the Jade Emperor. He'd become immortal. He'd be the most powerful monkey ever. But the Jade Emperor had other plans. He tricked Wukong into taking a job. Wukong was put in charge of the heavenly horses. Wukong was furious. It was a trick, but Wukong always had a plan. He found a magical staff. It could grow as big as a mountain. He also met a wise old dragon. The dragon gave Wukong a new name. Sun Wukong, the great sage, equal to heaven. Wukong was thrilled. He was powerful. He was respected. But trouble was never far away when Wukong was around. Wukong loved his new name. He loved his staff even more. He was strong and powerful, but he was also arrogant. He thought he was better than everyone else. He even started causing trouble in heaven. The Jade Emperor was very angry. He sent his armies to capture Wukong, but Wukong defeated them all. Wukong was too powerful. He had become a real problem. The Jade Emperor was desperate. He asked the Buddha, the enlightened one, for help. The Buddha came up with a plan to teach Wukong a lesson. He challenged Wukong to a contest. Section 5. Imprisoned by Buddha. A lesson in humility. The Buddha challenged Wukong. He said, "Wukong, if you are so powerful, jump off the palm of my hand." Wukong laughed. "That's easy," he said. Wukong jumped with all his might. He flew and flew. He thought he had escaped. But when he landed, he realized he was wrong. He was standing on the Buddha's finger. The Buddha trapped Wukong under a mountain. Wukong was stuck. For 500 years he stayed there, unable to move. Slowly, he began to understand. He had been wrong. He had been arrogant and foolish. Finally, a monk named Xuanzang came along. He was on a mission from the Buddha. The Buddha told Xuanzang to free Wukong. Wukong promised to change his ways. He would help Xuanzang on his journey. Section 6. Journey to the West. Redemption and enlightenment. Wukong was free. He was happy to be out from under that mountain. He joined Xuanzang on his journey west. They were going to India to collect sacred scrolls. Their journey was long and dangerous. They faced many dangers. Demons, monsters, and evil spirits all tried to stop them. But Wukong was there to protect Xuanzang. He used his strength and his wits to defeat their enemies. Along the way, Wukong learned many lessons. He learned the importance of humility. He learned the value of teamwork. He learned that true strength comes from helping others. Wukong wasn't perfect. He still made mistakes, but he was trying his best. He was determined to make up for his past mistakes. He was determined to help Xuanzang complete his mission. Section 7. The Immortal Monkey King, Wukong's Transformation. Finally, after many adventures, they reached India. Xuanzang collected the sacred scrolls. Their mission was a success. Wukong was overjoyed. They had done it. For his loyalty and his help, Buddha granted Wukong immortality. Wukong had finally achieved his goal. But now, it meant something different. He wasn't the same mischievous monkey anymore. Wukong had learned the true meaning of strength. It wasn't about power or magic, it was about courage, kindness, and wisdom. He had become a hero. Wukong returned to China with Xuanzang. He was a changed monkey. He was no longer driven by selfishness or pride. He was driven by a desire to help others. Section 8. The Enduring Legacy of Wukong. The story of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, is a beloved tale. It's a story about adventure, friendship, and redemption. It's a story that has been told and retold for centuries. Wukong is a popular character in Chinese culture. He's a symbol of strength, intelligence, and mischief. He reminds us that even the most mischievous among us can find redemption. The story of Wukong is more than just a story. It's a reflection of ourselves. It reminds us that we all have the potential for both good and bad. It's up to us to choose which path we will follow. The legend of Wukong continues to inspire people of all ages. He reminds us to embrace our inner mischievous monkey, but he also reminds us to use our powers for good. Section 9. Wukong's Lessons for Us All. Wukong's journey teaches us many valuable lessons. He shows us the importance of humility and the dangers of arrogance. He reminds us that it's never too late to change our ways. Wukong's story is a reminder that we all have the potential for greatness within us. We all have the ability to overcome challenges and achieve our goals. Wukong's adventures teach us about the importance of friendship and loyalty. He shows us that we are stronger when we work together. He reminds us that even the most powerful among us need help sometimes. So the next time you see a picture of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, remember his story. Remember his mischievous spirit, his incredible adventures, and the important lessons he learned along the way.